all the beautiful ladies out there. Never make nobody tell you any less about yourself. Ladies, the one you feel the ladies. The one you feel the ladies. Hey, you are beautiful. Yes, you are. Nobody make no man tell you, some lady, you can't reach far. You are beautiful. Yes, you are. Nobody make no man tell you, some lady, you can't reach far. You have the knowledge, the drive, the beauty, and the brain. You have it all, never make them say you're lame. Get up and work for what you want in your life. Before you reach the top, you have to strive. Yo, cause the road no get easy, only get rough. Me at the top, I me been through enough. You don't know half the stuff, me wise enough. I tell me to carry no shame. Forget all the path you take, forget all the path you take. Don't worry about the road you driving, it means, girl, you had to survive. You are beautiful, yes you are. Nobody make no man tell you, say, lady, you can't reach far. You are beautiful, yes you are. Nobody make no man tell you, say, lady, you can't reach far. Yeah, it. Kicking and punching, you know it have to stop. Woman to woman, me can relate to that. I will never go back, brand new from scratch. Never give up, coming on me have to try. If you have your kids, them like me have mine. I will never trade them up a day for a dime. I'm a lifeline, the reason I'm fine in my life. Forget all the path you take, forget all the path you take. Don't worry about the road you driving, it means, girl, you had to survive. Beautiful, yes you are. Nobody make no man tell you, say, lady, you can't reach far. You are beautiful, yes you are. Nobody make no man tell you, say, lady, you can't reach far. You have the knowledge, the drive, the beauty, and the brain. You have it all, never make them say you're lame. Get up and work for what you want in your life. Before you reach the top, you have to strive. Yo, cause the road no get easy, only get rough. Me at the top, I me been through enough. You don't know half the stuff, me wise enough. I tell me to carry no shame. Forget all the path you take, forget all the path you take. Don't worry about the road you driving, it means, girl, you had to survive. Yes, you are. Nobody make no man tell you, say, lady, you can't reach far. You are beautiful, yes, you are. Nobody make no man tell you, say, well, all the kicking and punching, you know it have to stop. Woman to woman, me can relate to that. I will never go back, brand new from scratch. Never give up, coming on me have to try. If you have your kids, them like me, have mine. I will never trade them up a day for a dime. I'm a lifeline, the reason I'm fine. The biggest blessings in my life. Forget all the path you take. Don't worry about the road you driving, it means, girl, you had to survive. Beautiful, 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 yeah. Beautiful, 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 yeah. Open your eyes, thank you.
Brittney, Starr doing the piece, beautiful.
Beautiful.
And that was amazing.
That was beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah. And we have on set with us musical artist Fernie Big Bang Pollard, as well as Shyne Barrow, music ambassador. And we also have Brianne. I got that right, young.
She's an artist as well.
That's right.
Awesome. Welcome, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know musical artists usually work at nighttime, so we're gonna try to get that stage energy here in the morning, right?
Yeah.
We work all the time. I can attest to that as far as these two young artists. They are hungry and they are determined and they are 24 hours.
And this is the week that you are in the spotlight, obviously. Music Week is here. Some of the activities kicked off yesterday.
Yes, the Music Business Conferences. This is the 3rd annual Music Week. Next year we're going to make it Music Month. But this is the 3rd annual Music Week, and we usually have music business conferences to start the week, because it can't just be about song and dance. It has to be monetary gain involved. And these young musicians are also young entrepreneurs, young business women and men. And so I think it's important to teach them the business of music.
And I'm glad you touched on that, because I think that's one of the areas. As artists, you just want to do your art, whether it's singing, dancing, painting, whatever it is. You have that expressive component in you that you just need to get out. And oftentimes that doesn't mix well with being able to relate to business. How do you work with artists to have them market themselves as a product or a service that they deliver and be able to survive?
You know what, I was happy about this Music Week, and yesterday we had a conference and we got to talk, and I got to tell people about my business and how I'm seeing success in my business so far right now, you know, because I have a different start than a lot of people. I told them, like, you know, I had to sell my car. I took all my money I had to invest in my first project to let me start off my business to where I'm at now. To now have a successful business in which I don't have to go to anybody else's job, and I can earn income from my business, you know?
Online.
Online, because I have online distribution from iTunes to Spotify and every different platform. You know, now I have features and different stuff I'm doing with artists from Milan, Canada, America, and producers from, you know, different levels, that's platinum producers, you know, just because of that one investment I made in myself. You know?
I think Bang is an excellent example of what I have been saying all along, which is the Office of the Music Ambassador is here to support, but you guys have to do it. You have to be entrepreneurs. And so I think it is just a matter of time before you have other artists falling in line, realizing that they are their own crutches. When I met Big Bang, and I told this story yesterday, it was a few years ago, when I first heard him, I said, why you have to do this, and you have to do that, and I don't know about this, and I don't know about that. And he was receptive to the constructive criticism. He was determined, and he was driven, and he made it happen. And I believe that is the lesson to be learned by all artists, is that no one is going to do it for you. You have to do it, but we are providing the tool. So Bang has shared how he monetized his talent. So first, he got his music and his product on par with international standards. Then he learned the business on his own, which is so easy to do because everybody has internet. You could Google how to start online music business, and it will give you 100 links on how to do that. So there really is no excuse, but we still have this music business conference that teaches you how to get your music distributed digitally on every platform: iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Tidal, every platform that sells music. There is a way for you to get on there for $50 US. Some of them are for free. So that is what we're doing over these 2 days.
You know, when we talk about Music Week, there are people in the diaspora who are watching. Some of them might be critical. The challenge is that when you think about Belizean music, you don't necessarily think about rap. You think about rock down, you think about music. Folk. How do you balance off producing music that you are good and blessed at doing, and facing off the criticism that, man, not from Belize, and you mimic one American, you try song like Biggie, or you try song like Rick Ross, or you try song like Tanya Carter, you try song like
Tanya Carter
Tanya Stevens. Thank you. And she actually sounds international, so she was great. But how do you do that balance?
Well, I'm pretty happy right now in my career and in my life, because I do the type of music I'm comfortable with, and people love it. Belizean people love it. And I get bookings, and I get shows, and I'm busy. Even when I'm here, I'm busy, because all the youths, they love me. Everywhere I'm at, I take pictures because people love who I am. They love my music. They love that I'm real. you know. And as a Belizean, we're a very westernized country. I was raised on 106 and Park. My mom was a young mom. I watched 106 and Park all my life growing up. I remember the first time I heard Biggest Small CD, Ready to Die, Born Sinner. That was when I said, you know, I want to be a rapper. This is who I want to be. You know, he's big, he has swag, you know, that's me. That's who I want to be. And from I was in high school, my first year in first form, I used to record at Presidie, and from then I was doing rap music. And up to this point now where I progressed to this level that I'm good at it. So I would never switch and do something else because that's where I'm from. Because, you know, it's always good to be and make your own lane.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And as in the Office of the Music Ambassador, what we do is we include everyone. And it is not as if because I am a hip hop legend, I only focus on hip hop. Thursday, we have every Brockdown and Punta artist, from Super G to Reckless to Sweet Pain to X-Band to Asiatic. I'm flying Asiatic from Los Angeles to come and perform.
It's not has nothing. Niche is not helping at all.
Huh?
He said you're doing it. Is Niche not helping at all, Mika?
The Office of the Music Ambassador operates quasi-autonomous. So I have,
This is you doing it.
I have many sponsors. Yes, but back to my point. The point I'm making is I include everyone as far as support. And I think it's important to be diverse. I don't think that we should force any Belizean musician to draw to one genre over the other. He loves hip hop, she loves pop. You know, Brittney, Starr loves dancehall. Ernestine, she could do Brockdown, she could do soca, she could do everything. C. Wills, he does paranda. And I think it's important to support all our children. We can't tell them, well, go this direction or go that direction. Belizean musicians are diverse, and I encourage that. And I have never heard that type of backlash that, oh, well, you're a Belizean, so you only can make one certain type of music. That, you know, we've moved forward.
No, I was just saying, as a multicultural country, you know, we're known for just our diversity, as Shyne said. So I think it's important for artists to just be themselves. You know, if you like pop and R&B, sing pop and R&B because you like it. And what makes it different for you and every other artist is you being yourself and staying true to who you are. It's not really trying to be anyone. Like it was mentioned yesterday in the conference, it's not imitating someone, but looking at them and getting inspiration from them. And it's important that you do that. So you look at what has been done and see how you could make it different, how you could make it unique. And really that's what sells, you know. You have to really look and make it your own. So when people identify you in that industry, in that realm, they say, oh, well, that's Bree's music because I know her style, that's different, you know. I know Big Bang's music because that's different, you know. When I hear Big Bang music, I know that Big Bang.
There's certain challenges. There's certain challenges though. When you go to an international show and you have the Belizean artists who go on first, a lot of times they have challenges. They have songs that people love and can sing along to. But when they go to the show, they can't, because of different reasons. Exposure, 106 and Park is there, that pushes a forum there. The radios are playing their songs over and over, the international artists. So when the local artists come out with a song that is excellent, which I think is excellent, they don't get the same feedback as they would because they're competing in an area where the international artist has things up on them. More exposure, better producing, better support. And how is it that we are able to, as local artists, perform and compete on the same level as international artists in their genres?
If we would have support from each and every platform in our country pushing us toward demographic, that's how we're going to have an advantage over anybody else outside. If we have the television, radio, and me personally, I'm very strong online. That's how I grew. I grew without the support of any exterior help. That's why I have a strong fan base, because I have people that's in their homes, on their phones, computers, or television, listening or watching my music. You know, and what I do to compete with the international market is create a product of the same quality. You know, even sometimes some people would say better because my lyrics they could relate to. because I'm talking from their perspective. You know, as raw as it is, as real as it is, it's the story that they know. You know, as a ghetto youth that grew up in the south side of Belize, you know what we look at is different than what everybody else look at. You know, and when I speak something, it's something that resonates to them in a different level. You know.
No, but this has been a problem that we have heard perennially. We've been interviewing artists on this show since we first started, and one of the things that's always been an area of concern is the Belizean support. I will say this though, we have moved to a point where we celebrate our Belizean artists, some of them especially, those who have been around longer, perhaps maybe they've marketed themselves better. I don't know if we've really looked at what have made some artists stand out more than others, but we've always heard that the issue is that Belizeans just don't want to celebrate their own as much as you need them to. And the argument from the Belizean public is, well, you know, I don't know if it's of the same quality as what I'm hearing elsewhere. How do we start to make progress in being able to address this problem from your perspective?
Well, definitely it's radio and television. To a certain extent, we have to give preference to our Belizean musicians, and we can't be so enamored with international musicians over our own. We'll see what happens Thursday and Friday if the people will come out and pay $10 to see the Belizean musicians as they do for the foreign artists. At this particular juncture in music, I would debate with anyone that the Belizean musicians are on par with international standards. Not all of them, as with any business or industry, not everyone is A grade, but we have enough that I could be proud that the music industry is, as the young people would say, popping right now. Like Bang come out with a song called OMG that is OMG, like it is incredible. And I could put that song against any song that is on the Hot 100 right now and say, yo, this is it. And I've never said that about anyone. There are a few other records that I love, but as far as rap, he's doing it. This kid, King Kosa, which is the producer of Big Bang and Deja and all of the biggest records right now, he's a Belizean. And his music is incredible. He produces for Bad Bunny, he produces for Vibes Cartel, Conscience. So as far as the quality of music, there's absolutely no excuse for the radio stations and the TV stations and the people of Belize to not support the artists. You can't say, why, well, the thing not really ready. It is not charity. It is completely on par with international standards, and so the support is warranted.
But I think, let me challenge you there. We have a problem, and it's not just the music industry. It is our products, sometimes it's our services, that we just don't want to celebrate our own.
I think it's self-hate, then we could go to colonialism.
And I want to, because it has to be frustrating as an artist when you know you have the lyrics, you have the sound, you have the performance, and you just simply can't get the roads in that you know you have worked towards. Because Belizeans will say, oh, that's Brie, I see she, that Publix every weekend, what's the big deal?
And that's the truth, because as Shyne said, it's self-hate. I was talking to him the other day because I travel all over the world. So I go to America and I see people and I meet people. And, you know, I was telling Shyne, he's a legend. You know, like it's crazy. Like he's huge. He's done amazing things for us as a people. But because he's here, people would be even reach to the point to say, oh, that's Shyne. You know, because they overlook, they can't see greatness within themselves. You know, now I go out and I meet people and I meet producers that work with, you know, hundreds of artists that hits the Billboard and made platinum, and they say, oh man, your music is great. You know, your music is chart topping, you could go there, you know. But now when you find yourself being at home, sometimes people is just like, oh, you know, that's just him. Because it's because of, we can't see greatness within ourselves. It's a sad thing, but you know, it takes time sometimes to release the chains of mind. And that's the main thing that I'm here for. To me, I use my life now as a Belizean young entrepreneur, business owner, and artist to release the chains off of people's mind by just reaching to that level more and more. To me, success, once they see it in front of their face, they can't deny it.
That's right.
You
It
know?
doesn't matter who tells you no, because you're going to keep on pushing for it. It doesn't matter who doesn't support you, somebody will support you. And as long as you push for it, it will reach there. And I agree totally with what Big Bang says. I mean, when I was in LA last year, just learning and meeting people in the industry and getting to know a lot of these older people, a lot of these people that work behind the scenes, and learning from them. And it was a really humbling experience, and it was such a blessing. But that's what they said, you can't take no for an answer, because even global artists, at some point, everybody told them no.
Yeah.
And that one person that told you yes, it just booms off, you know, and you can't stop doing what you love just to please everybody else. You know, you can't change who you are just to please anyone else. Constructive criticism is always a good thing, and I think that's such a blessing to us to have Shyne to give us constructive criticism and to help us push, you know. But at the end of the day, we as the artists have to do it ourselves. We have to want it as much, and we have to really just be hungry to excel in what we do and to reach that status.
Now, Big Bang talks about being able to reach his own level of success online, which means obviously you do this full time. What about the other artists who are doing it as a hobby? How do you feed the hunger of an artist, but also feed your hunger as a human being?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think you can't do this as a hobby. You can, but you know, you can't expect results that Big Bang would get if you do it as a hobby. Big Bang eats, sleep, think, dream,
Live music.
You know, like he reminds me of me when I was young. I told a story yesterday. I lived in Brooklyn, deep in Brooklyn, and before I was signed to Bad Boy Records, I was going to record in Manhattan, and I didn't have enough money to take the train, and I walked from Brooklyn to Manhattan, and I walked back, and I had no problem doing that. Like, nobody had to tell me to do that. They said, "Come to the studio, come now." I go in. And we need, as musicians, to make a decision. Is this what I want to do? You have to be willing to die, willing to sacrifice, willing to do whatever it is to succeed. And if you don't have that, that's your problem. That's not Marlene's problem. That's not the Belizean public's problem. That's on you, because entertainment is a product. Entertainment is not something written in the legislation or the constitution that says all Belizeans are obligated to buy a Belizean musician artist, no matter how bad a product is. That, you know, and some people seem to be under that impression. Now there is the issue of colonialism, and remember, we are divided. British had relations with the black woman, create the Creole. Then you had the Africans, the Garifuna, and we are all divided sometimes, and we don't realize that. So there is colonialism that we suffer from. That's why you see the hate is real out here. I have black man hate black man, and just hate there, and that's why you see us killing each other and destroying each other, and you can see it in the support of the music. So Big Bang could never be, you know, no. Because he's a black man just like me, and I hate myself. That's something that you could consider.
And another thing would be, people just don't believe that you could make music a career, and that's a really old thing.
Belize.
In Belize, in Belize especially, because I mean, I have people in my family that like just thinks that you can't do it. Just Brianne, just go get a degree. You know, don't follow your dreams. Don't do music as a degree in school, because you can't make money from that. What is there to do about that? But it's not true. You could do anything once you put your mind to it.
Is it that we don't have our own role models to look up to yet? We haven't had that artist who, yes,
Andy Palacio.
but we are talking, yes, but we're talking Andy Palacio, yes, and but that was on world.
But me, I sold millions of records.
He got signed to a record label.
And I'm only
But
telling you.
I was born
You
here.
spent your
I went to the
part of your
States. I
childhood.
went to the States at 8.
But
I
let me
came back every year.
Let me complete
and
my
when you
point.
go to States and you say Shyne, they say,
They don't know who that
Belize.
Shyne is.
Let me
They say
complete my
Belize.
point. So what I'm saying is, there's a difference. Sometimes what the problem seems to be, we've seen it in other areas, is that you need external validation before you have internal validation. And when I say a role model, when I say somebody who you know, people feel like I saw that person rise here in front of our eyes, get validated outside, and so I feel that I can walk that same street or that same path that they did.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I start off, I never had a visa. I never had no way how I thought I would have ever travel out of this country. But that's why a dream doesn't mean that, all right, I'm gonna just say I won't do it because I don't think I can leave Belize. Even us, we're not stuck here. You know, it's easy to get a visa if you got enough ties to the country. If you're good, you're gonna get your visa no matter where you're from. You know, I'm from the ghetto. I got my visa. I got my thing. I'm working on my papers. You have to travel. Because then we can't just produce music for 300,000 people, 400,000 people. How am I going to sell 1 million records? You know?
Well, listen, how about Kosa? This kid, Kevin Thomas is from off of the canal side on Central American Boulevard.
Me and him is from the same area.
He beats my computer in our room. I used to pad the room. Now he produces for Bad Bunny, he produces for Russian, he produces for Cartel, he produces for a kid named Kevin Gates who's a rapper. And again, it might not be the music Belizeans are used to, because they're used to Brock Dong and they're used to Andy Palacio, but it is successful nonetheless.
I don't necessarily subscribe to that idea that we're looking for Belizean music, because we love international music. We love all the new pop artists.
So you don't know about King Kosa?
And if we give the example of Rihanna, for example, she didn't grow up singing Caribbean
what about
music. She
Kosa?
didn't break out singing Caribbean music.
What about this kid Kosa I'm telling you about?
That he's a great example, and that's why my point was that perhaps we don't celebrate our own. We wait until somebody outside, they hit top 100, they get, you know, the song produced by Kosa hits the top of the charts, and it'll probably still be the artist. Ken Doyle makes music for some of the so-called artists and does all of many Belizean artists as well. Great guy. And so what I'm saying is, I know we have the talent, but for some reason, either we're not making them trailblazers, either we're not highlighting them enough, speaking about their achievements, but it doesn't seem to resonate in the fact that, you know, your young ones are coming up and they're still saying they want to be a Beyonce. Now we have some saying they want to be Tanya Carter, which is fantastic. And they want to be the next soca queen, which is great as well. But it still seems to be a challenge where we're looking for outside.
I think it's a thing like this, right? I think right now a problem like the problem that I'm finding is that a lot of people in the upper parts of Belize, they want to limit you. Like, I'm supposed to just sing like nursery rhymes and about the kid walking down the road, you know, or like I'm not supposed to curse, or I'm not supposed to talk about this topic, or I'm not supposed to talk about that topic. No, this is music. And we consume music from all over the world with people hitting different topics. You know, some of the music that reaches Belize sometimes, I'm like, for real? You know, but they love it, they support it because it's someone else. But when you're from here, you're supposed to make like only PG-13 music. I'm not 13. I've seen crazy stuff. My best friend got shot in his head when I was 18 years old, right up the street from me when I left him for 5 minutes. You know, that's the stuff I've seen. I've seen crazy stuff. Violence in Belize is high at a peak. Drug trafficking in Belize is high at a peak. These things are real, and these things are what I see as a Belizean. So when you're listening to my music, I'm not just gonna talk about the sun and the ocean, because I'm not even in the Keys all the time, you know?
I want to broaden it a little though, because part of what we're discussing is a problem that we can't run away from, and we can talk around it, we can fake it, but the reality is there. If I have the opportunity to listen to, let me take it out of a personal thing and put it more. If I have the opportunity to buy an original Gucci bag for the same price of a fake Gucci bag, I'm going to buy the original Gucci bag. And so, if I listen to an artist, we have Justin on set who's going to perform in a little while. Dude is amazing. Comes from a organization of young Starr Entertainment who, a Belizean who went away, came back and is pushing quality stuff in Belize. But he will tell you that they're not trying to song like anybody else. It's an expression of self. But a lot of times when you listen to a Belizean artist, they're faking out somebody else. And so when I come now and I listen to the CD, rather than listening to the faked out version, probably didn't get singing training, probably didn't get the person who's balancing it off right now is probably not producing it at the perfect level, they're probably putting in their own mixing because they like to hear their bass more than their. Why do I go to get the knockoff when the original is much better? And you are more praising somebody else, the way you speak. One of the things that annoy me the most, and that's why I like certain Belizean DJs, they do the same thing like the Jamaican artists in terms of Jamaican mic men, but they come across with the Belizeanness. They're not just saying, me I do this and me I do that. It annoys the shenanigans out of me.
Well, I think Marlene could testify.
Yeah, we had the
that
conversation
you
with
and
the
I
DJ
are
competition.
absolutely on the same train of thought. I do believe that Belizeans should be Belizeans. And I think when you listen to Bang, he got that Belizeanness in a rap. You could tell that that's a Caribbean twang that's coming. I encourage all of the dancehall Belizean artists to use Belizean Creole instead of using the Jamaican patois. So you are absolutely right. It will be almost impossible to convince you, the consumer, that I should buy this rather than the original. So what we do have is something original, where if I would do a Vibes Cartel beat, but do it with a Belizean voice, that would sell off everywhere because the world is looking for something new.
Different.
They're not looking for our next cartel, then they look for the new whoever. So I agree, and I always encourage the DJs and the artists to do it in Belizean. Be proud of who you are. So you're absolutely correct.
And I think, well, for me, I haven't put out any original music yet, but I have two that I am debuting on Saturday. But what at Music Week on the mega stage. But one of the things that is really, really important to me is putting my own on it, my own ideas. And it doesn't matter if whoever sends me a beat. If I listen to a beat, I'm likely going to change it because I think that I need to be me. I see something, I know where it's going, I have something, and I feel like that's important, you know, putting you and really going through the step-by-step process of making your music, from the beat to the instruments you put on it, to the background vocals, to the ad-libs, to everything, you know. It's important to be as original as you can, you know. And I do agree with you with some artists that they use other people's stuff and trying to
sound
imitate
like the
it.
original, yeah.
And we shouldn't do that. We should be ourselves, because at the end of the day, we're not Jamaican, we're not Trinidadian, we're Belizean, you know, and we could only be ourselves.
Yeah. But remember, we do have a British heritage. So when people want to sing English, you can't blame Brianne for wanting to do pop music if that's what she loves. So I wouldn't consider her imitating an American. I would consider her just making the music that she loves, because we're very influenced by the West and we do have British heritage.
So we've spoken quite a bit about having an appreciation for our Belizean artists. This week, people have the opportunity to see.
To demonstrate that
what is it?
appreciation.
Is it 20 artists a night?
A night.
So it's 60 artists in total?
60 artists for all 3 nights.
Wow.
And 20 of the biggest DJs, DJ Dalla, Cloud9, Evolution, DJ Cat, the DJ Champion, Jago, Pinky, everybody, man from down south, DJ Downer, DJ Wicked Vibes, man from Kayo. We have everyone from around the country. Anyone in the music industry will be performing at Music Week.
So let's talk about where people can go and how they can go to show their support.
Civic Center box office. Tickets are there right now. $10 for general admission. I don't see how I could do better than that. That's almost a giveaway for the type of lineup. Like Thursday night, you have Super G, Reckless, Ernestine, Coconut Boy. No, Thursday. This is just Thursday. Asiatic, Harlem Youths, Loveless, Alan McCoy, you know, the X-Band, Taprick, Consego, Positive Vibes, Doggy, C. Wills, Punta Queen. I mean, you know, all of that for $10.
That's on Thursday.
That's on Thursday.
And then on Friday?
And then on Friday.
Are they themed based on music, or it's all a mix?
No, the genres on Thursday are broke down Punta Paranda.
Okay.
So that's
what I figured.
yeah, that's you know, and then on Friday we have T.Y. Deja, Ras Indio, T.R. Shyne, no that's Saturday. But T.R. Shyne, Stig the artist, Brittney Starr, Bastic, you know, Young C, Nello Player to come out for his set, Papa John, Fuego, Matic, Ja Art, Denise Castillo, Diane Songs, Ras Jew, Dan Doe, Mellow Truth, Phoebe, Lord Byron, Data, Burn, who work very hard for selling music, and so Esco from Orange Walk, Philbert Leslie from Benke. So again, for $10.
$10 Thursday, Friday, Saturday is $25.
Saturday is $25.
Where?
We have
At
at
the
Civic
Civic.
Center. We have King Kosa, who is a platinum producing artist and produces Big Bang, Deja, T.Y., all of the biggest records. And we have Grammy nominated 5 times platinum artist designer coming in. This is the Fareed Ahmad stage. He was a young brother that was, you know, killed last year, and I'm friends with his cousin, and so I was able to convince designer to come and do a tribute to Fareed Ahmad.
You know, this where we are as a country, particularly in music, we're not even at level 1 in music, in my opinion. And this is not a time for ego. This is a time when the industry itself has to appreciate the sensibilities of the market and appreciate the quality of the talent. How do we balance the ego that is built in to music? Because at some point in time, even if you're a one-hit wonder, that one song you feel makes you the king, and it might make you just a one-pop wonder. But how do you translate it beyond just Big Bang, beyond just the ego of Shyne, beyond just the energy and youthfulness of Brianne, to saying, how do we, at this point of music in Belize, move it to a place where after I'm gone, after I've made my millions on Spotify and everywhere, that there are artists behind me who will take it up, and it's going to be easier for female artists, it's going to be easier for people singing rap. It's going to be easier for someone not to have just one album successful, but everybody in Belize.
Well, for me personally, this is one step in my career, and I'm just at the beginning. You know, I'm like, I scratched the surface of what I want to do. So what my goal is from now to build to get to the level of I get into a major label, getting distribution, getting a budget, doing it on the high level, sell as much records as I can, create a major label here in Belize. This is my aspiration as a person, me personally, right? So I want to create my own Manifest Entertainment, my record label I have right now. I want it to grow to a level that I could house other artists and have multiple studios, have a video studio to create and take talent to the next level. But no, you have to know that people have to be at the level so we could even do this, because, you know, I had to create so many music before I got to the level of where I'm at. So now these kids that's watching me now, when it's my time to help them, you know, I want to see 2 albums before we make a move. I want to see 50 tracks so we can get the best 10, you know, because this industry now is going all over the world and meeting people and continue to work. It's not an industry where people feel sorry for you, or it's not nothing fun. It's hard working. I'm at the studio sometimes until 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, I work on so many tracks and just have them stacked up. There's so many singles.
But you understand my question? My question is,
how am I gonna set a
my question is, how do you make it not about you? And how do you make it about
It has to be about me. I'm an artist, so it has to be about me.
I think this is what we're doing right now. Big Bang, I'm not paying Big Bang to come to the conferences and educate the other musicians about what he's doing to monetize his talent. He volunteered that service. Ken Doyle
that would have been your answer.
I'm giving up.
Ken Doyle Simpson, again, came voluntarily. Dev Perfit, who produced for Vibes Cartel, came voluntarily to share all of this information. So I think that is a part of what I want my legacy to be. Not about me, but the success, because I believe my success will be measured by them. I've already won my Grammys. I put out 2 platinum albums, 2 #1 albums. This is my 20th year in the music industry. But for me,
You're still in the music industry.
well, Yeah, I actually had I had a #1 song with Popcorn last year. Yeah.
I missed that one.
Yeah, you missed it. Yeah.
Yeah. What you were saying?
I really think the key in every artist who has ever made it, who's still, you know, getting there, is to just be humble.
Yeah.
The most successful artists that I've met, who's the most successful songwriters that I've met, they are the most down-to-earth and humble people ever. Like, you don't need to pay them anything to just sit down and give you information, you know, because at the end of the day, they, no matter how many years it was, they were where you were.
At some point in time. Yeah.
You have to realize that you can't let the fame and the money and whatever it is get to your head, because at the end of the day, when you could go right back down.
And you know what? You know what? It's true, because what Shyne was saying just now, because I was in LA, I was working, right? And so much people was hitting me up like, you know, how do you do this? How do you do that? I said, Shyne, I reached out to him, I called him, I said, yo, big man, you know what I want to do? I want, when I come to Belize, I did it for a little while, I want to have a talk with people and explain to them what the new music industry is, you know? And I tell them, not for no money, nothing, I just want to come and I want to talk. And I came and I gave them the blueprint of everything I do. And see, one thing with me, you can never say that I be secretive about what I'm doing. I'm straight up about everything I do, how I get my music distributed, how I get my product, how I do all of it. But you know what? I can tell you everything it is that I do, but you're gonna have to work hard to do that too. You have to put hard work with it, because then...
And you can't do that part for anybody.
I can't do that for anyone.
That is the underlying factor. We gotta wrap up the segment. Justin is ready for his next performance. Once again, Music Week has already started, but when it comes to the performance, it starts on Thursday, the 17th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the Civic, starting at 7 till midnight. Tickets are available at the box office. You have the opportunity to see 60 Belizean artists over the course of 3 days on the stage at the Civic. Definitely don't want to miss it. Thank you for coming in. It's been a great conversation. And now we shift our focus back to the music. We have the very talented Justin Castillo doing one of his original pieces. In fact, he hasn't even named it yet. So Untitled. Maybe he gets some inspiration this morning, or you can share with him what your thoughts are as you watch it. But Justin, take it away.
Pray you come get me, you're falling. I'm stuck in a sunken place, forgotten. Hope you come rescue me. Pray you come rescue me. Pray you come get me, you're falling. I'm stuck in a sunken place, forgotten. Hope you come rescue me. Pray you come rescue me. You got me wondering what the hell I'm gonna do. 'Cause right now I'm struggling, need another dose of you. I know you're toxic, still have no regrets. Stuck in the moment, in need of a loving. I pray you come get me, you're falling. I'm stuck in a sunken place, forgotten. Hope you come rescue me. Pray you come rescue me. Pray you come get me, I'm falling. I'm stuck in a sunken place, forgotten. Hope you come rescue me. Pray you come rescue me. Why you gotta do me like that? Get me up on my luck, mess me up, I'm going mad. Why you gotta do me like that? You're my psychic, never my side chick, no. but I lost all respect for you. Yet so addicted to you. So I lost some respect for myself too. Can't completely blame you. The fault is mine too. I pray you come get me. I've fallen. I'm stuck in a sunken place, forgotten. Hope you come rescue me. Pray you come rescue me. Pray you come get me. I've fallen. I'm stuck in a sunken place, forgotten. Hope you come rescue me. Pray you come rescue me. Damn, I think I'm addicted. I think I'm addicted. Damn, I think I'm addicted.